Hello, everyone, and welcome to Teacher Stories. Happy New Year! I hope that you enjoyed your holiday and you are off to a great start as schools have resumed. Now, Teacher Stories will be taking a new turn. We have a co host. So, what that means is that I won't be telling all the stories alone. My co host will be helping or assisting me in telling teachers' stories. So before I introduce our co-host and our guests, I would like to ask that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our videos so that we can reach more people. My name is Ibiere Brown, as you all know, and with me is our co-host, Adepoju Mary Temitope. I do hope I got that name correctly. She is also known as Temerald underscore the global teacher. She's an early years Montessori educator, teacher, mentor, and education entrepreneur. She specializes in child centered learning, teacher development, and the integration of innovative tools, including AI, of course, to improve teaching and learning outcomes. She also designs learning resources and supports schools and parents in nurturing confident, well-rounded learners. Hello, everyone. Meet Mary. Mary, how are you doing?
Very fine, thank you. Good evening,
I do
ma'am.
hope you're excited about today's edition. Thank you for coming on Teacher Stories to be our co-hosts. Okay, so have you ever wondered how people with special disabilities are able to learn, how they are able to fit into education? Do you ever wonder if they really need this education? So today's stories, we will be talking about educating the special need child. Now, the special needs are in different stages. You have people with autism, but today we won't be talking about autism. We will be talking about people with special disabilities like hearing and listening, or and speaking rather, hearing and speaking disabilities. How are they able to learn what we learn? How are they able to face the challenges that life throws at them? Do they really deserve to be educated? So these are the things we will be talking about with our guest today. Let's meet our guest. His name is Bamidele Oloyede. He is a dedicated special educational consultant and certified sign language interpreter committed to promoting inclusive learning for individuals with diverse needs, with a passion for bridging education communication gaps and empowering learners with disabilities. Bamidele provides expert guidance, training, and advocacy to ensure equal access to quality education for all. Hello, Mr. Bamidele. Nice to have you on Teacher Stories. Can you hear me, sir?
I greet you. I greet you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon, good morning, anywhere you see me.
Welcome to Teacher Stories. Okay, so like I usually like to ask, can you tell us how you started as an educator?
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, my story in becoming special educator is a wonderful one. I will just short it. In year 2012, when I'm searching for admission, I'm searching, I want to enter school. I've wrote jam till I just feel like maybe God don't want me to enter school. Until one day, one person just told me, "How Bamidele? Why are you disturbing yourself? Stop. There are many people outside there that is waiting for you. They are waiting for you. They need your help." I said, who? Me, I asked. The lady told me, "Can you study special education?" And let me tell you, that is the first time I heard about special education. That was year 2012. I say, okay, I try again. I write jam, I enter school, Federal College of Education, Oyo, that time, 2012. So as I enter school, I saw math department, I saw deaf. Wow, deaf, wonderful in math department. How? How we deaf learn?
Hello, Miss Mary. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma, I can hear you. I think
Okay. I
it,
guess it's having a network glitch. Yes.
yes.
Okay, so he was talking about how he started his education career. I mean, I have also wondered, how do people with um, hearing disabilities and speaking disabilities are able to learn? Mary, do you have any experience with these people? Have you come across them before?
Uh, yes, kind of. But I think for the ones with hearing disability, think
Yeah.
they have
Sorry,
like
sorry.
okay.
Okay, welcome back, Mr. Bamidele. Please go ahead.
Okay, sorry. So I was like, let me see, let me see. I tried. I challenged one deaf in mathematics department.
Okay.
To my surprise, what happened? Don't laugh, oh, don't laugh. This deaf conquer me. He was
Wow.
intelligent, brilliant. I was wow, wow, deaf mathematics. I said, I must. This is must. I know the reason why this woman told me that people are waiting for me. So because of that challenge, I take it serious. I started to learn everything about disability, psychology of person with disability, care, autism, learning disability, LD, and every forms of disability. So since that time,
Okay.
I focus and I dedicate myself that this is something that I need to tell people that disability is not a disease. There is ability in disability. True, true. Thank you.
There's actually ability in disability. I agree. And just to share a little light on Mr. Bamidele's work in the Christian assembly I belong to, my church, we have a department where we have these people, we take care of these people. They don't hear, they don't speak. So that's how I met Mr. Bamidele. And as an educator, I also got interested in the sign language. So I got Mr. Bamidele to teach me a little sign. So I too can sign. At least I can communicate with these people because I was positioned there to work with them. And there was this gap. I just felt that there's this gap. You know, being a teacher, you are able to speak to people or students and they respond, they ask you questions, you answer. But when you now move from people who can communicate with you to people who you're not able to communicate with, there is the gap. So I felt the need to learn how to sign. So my very next question will be, before Miss Mary takes over from me, I see people are coming online. Welcome, welcome everyone. If you have any questions, please drop your questions in the comment section and Mr. Bamidele or either co-host Mary or myself will answer it. So my question would be, have you ever encountered resistance from schools? So let's say you have people who have these special needs and you are trying to communicate with the school that they need to include these people in education. Have you ever encountered any resistance, and how did you respond to those resistance, or how did you handle it?
Well, thank you, Mrs. Brown. In education, we have many challenges,
Yeah.
especially in the area of special needs.
Hmm.
Many schools don't know how to identify students with any disability. Many schools don't know. Many teachers don't know. Maybe they see some kind of behavior in their students, and if you are the specialist, you tell them this boy or this girl is this is that, they will think you are trying to pull that child out of their school to another school. So yes, I have encountered challenges, many, many, many.
Okay. Mary, do you have any questions? Over to you now.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Bamidele.
Yeah.
Actually, my first question here, you've actually answered because my first question says, at what point did you realize that working with learners with diverse needs your calling? And he said, you know, you've written jam, so you wrote jam so many times, and then you couldn't get admission, and then someone just walked up to you and told you, someone, people need your attention, people needs you, and without you giving it a second thought, you decided to, like, okay, let me go into it. Do you think this thing is your calling, teaching special needs children with special needs? Do you think it's your calling?
Yes, yes, I would say yes. Since when I start teaching person with disability, I thank God that God has used me to help many family. I thank God because you know with the knowledge in the field, with the knowledge of about special education, I have been able to help many families, help and develop their work. What they think is a problem, I have been able to help them to solve it.
Hmm.
Maybe through medically. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but do advice, counseling, and maybe referral and all that. I have been able to solve some issue for many families. Is it academically? Many, many, many.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for that. Yes, I see it, that it's a calling. It's a calling. All right. So without wasting much time, what are the common, misconception teachers have about learners with special needs, most especially teachers that are not, a special needs educator? What are the common misconceptions teachers have about special needs learners? Can you share with us?
What? Is it general teacher or special needs teacher? General teacher or generally? Let me understand your
Generally,
question.
generally, sir, generally, teachers generally.
Generally,
Yes, sir.
you know, many of our colleagues as a teacher don't really understand. Some don't know that there is what we call disability.
Mm-hmm.
Some think as I teach this child 2 days, 3 days, he do not know it or she don't know it. The next thing to do is to do what? Flog, beat, or different thing. Reason, if you are teaching a student with learning disability, the method you need to use is totally different from teaching a student that don't have any learning need.
Mm,
Some misconception, the way some teachers think about children with disability, maybe first, some think this one, let me say they call it in sign language, we said a person that after this many years, this one, they cannot know anything. They abandon them in classroom because they've tried what they think they know, which they don't know that there are still many ways to teach. No matter you are deaf, no matter you are learning, you have any type of disability, there is a way to pass information to them.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I've had an encounter with a learner with special needs. Yes. Um. Actually,
Okay.
when I started working there, immediately I entered the class. The first day, I noticed that this particular girl has difficulty in learning. She's not deaf, she's not dumb. She can talk. She cannot talk very well. She can't talk very well. And when I asked, I was told that it's as a result of injection. So it has really affected the girl a whole lot. You know, her hands were not straight,
Okay.
her two hands. She could not walk very well, and then she could not talk very well. So definitely she could not write. So and then she
Cerebral
has
palsy.
yes, she has siblings in that school. So her parent feels okay, let them just put her in the same school with her siblings. So I think then she was 10 and she was in year two then. So I noticed, of course, she can't learn with other learners the way they learn. So what I do most of whatever we want to teach, the topic, especially social studies, all those subject that has to do with notes, I had to turn most of the definition of some terms to song. you know Once I ask them, for example, what is a community, we'll sing it. And then she responds so well, even when I ask, when others are not talking, I can just ask her, Zenith, what is a community? You might not hear what she's saying very well, but you will know that this is what she's actually saying. Yes, so I understand that teaching children with diverse needs can be, should I say, stressful, because when I finish with the learners, other ones, that is when I'll call her to my table, and then try to explain some things to her and the likes. But I've had an encounter with special need learner. That's by the
Okay.
way, anyway.
Mm. Okay, but the description you just gave now, you said she can't talk and but she can hear, right?
Yes, she can hear.
She can hear, she can
In,
talk, but slowly.
uh,
I think
yeah, she can talk, but it's not just clear. So is that
okay.
child now? Can
Mm.
we say she's special because she does not she does not learn the way other learners
Other
learn.
people are learning. Yes, she's
Yes,
special. It's just that she has her psychology or her built up or her genes or a lot of things have happened to her, I think, based on the injections, like you said. So it has either slowed her growth down or affected the
yeah,
use of her limbs. Okay, so we
yes,
call her
exactly.
she's special in that case. So she has to be handled differently. Maybe
Differently.
special. She needs a special teacher, or thank God you are able to identify that this is what the child is being challenged with. But she's different from the people we are focused on today. We are focused on the ones that cannot hear you, and they cannot even speak. Okay, so I have an experience like that sometime in my early years when I started working as a teacher. The first school I was posted to is in the village in my local government. I noticed that there's this particular child. Okay, see how I noticed I was asking them to, I think, copy their notes or so. She wasn't writing. I usually when I explain terms, I expect that they understand, and then when I ask a question they should respond. So I walked close to her, I spoke with her like, do you understand what I'm saying? And she didn't respond. So it was her
Mhm.
classmates who now said, Auntie, she cannot hear you, because that's what they call
Oh,
all the teachers there, aunties and uncles. Yes. And they said, Auntie, she cannot hear you. I said, wow.
mm,
And this class is SS1. This is SS1 at this time. So I'm like, are you saying she doesn't understand what I'm saying? And they say yes. I said, and how
mm,
long has this been going on?
mm,
And they said it's
mm.
been like that. And so I'm imagining in my head, this child is already in SS1. So I asked, how
Yeah.
has she been passing her primary and junior
Exam.
secondary school exams. So they said the brother is the one who was helping her. She copies from the brother into her own notes and all that. So I had to even
Wow.
meet the principal. I had to meet the principal to say, please, this child is not supposed to be in this school because we do not have
At
the
all.
facility for children who cannot hear and they cannot understand. There is a school where you have people trained for this. I mean, I don't know if that child is going to ever be of any relevance to the society, because I know that there are people who have these special abilities or disabilities that are relevant to the society. I know that Mr. Bamidele has told me about someone who works in Nigerian Tide. Mr. Bamidele, are you there? Hello, Mr. Bamidele, are you there? Okay, so I think he's having a
I'm here with you.
Okay,
I'm
I
here.
know that you
Yes.
have told me, yes, I know that you have told me that you know someone who works in Nigerian Tide in River State, because I had to ask, out of curiosity, I had to ask if these people are able to, mingle with other people after going to school. Are they useful to the society? Do they make any contributions to the society? And you made an example of, you gave me an example of the one who works in Nigerian Tide. So in the case of the student, like I said, that I met, if she's not able to assimilate what is in her notebook, she's of course not going to be any relevant to the society. So Miss Mary, your own child is quite different. She has her issues from medications that were given to her. But some of these people, I think they were born with these disabilities. I know that some of them develop these disabilities of not hearing and speaking. I know that, I don't know, Mr. Bamile, if you're the one who told me about it, the girl had a shock, or she went into a shock. Her dad had died and she fainted or something. She heard a loud sound, and that was how she
Oh, that was
became
terrible.
deaf. Mhm.
Oh
So a lot of
no.
people, a lot of them, become this way due to circumstances. Others become this same way. Either they were born like that, and all that. So, but they need to be taught, they need to learn, because whether we like it or not, they are part of the society. We cannot throw them away. As educators, we are taught to include them while we teach. So I do hope that the government will look into these things, make more of these schools available, so that these people can learn at least how to read and write and be able to communicate with everybody else in the society. So we have a question in the comment section. This person says, how long can someone learn sign language? How long
Hmm.
can someone learn sign language? Mr. Bamidele, is there a time frame for someone who is interested in learning how to sign? Um, is there a time frame for the person to learn how to sign?
Well, sign language is something of interest, passion. Some people can use 6 months
Okay.
and learn something important, something good. They can communicate, at least communicate, because we have difference between interpreting, interpreting and communication. The
Mhm.
first thing to learn is communication, how to
Okay.
communicate before you now jump to interpreting. But for
Okay.
the communication, if the person is serious and have a good teacher, person that understands their language well, I think 6 months, 1 year, 6 to 1 year, the person should be able to find something. I think 6 to 1 year, 6 to 1 year,
Hmm.
Okay. Depending on the
6 months
person's
to one
passion.
year. I
I don't
think
think I took up to 6 months. Did I
yes.
take up to 6 months, Mr. Bamidele?
I think it's because they had
When you
interest.
are a fast learner now, that's why I say depend. It depend on the person that is learning. You know.
Okay. And the passion to learn.
I think your own is 3 months.
And it's there.
Yes.
Three
Yes. I
months.
think
I
it's
think
about
three
three
months,
to
right?
four months.
Your own is 3 months.
Yes, well, just so we know, is
Around
I'm
three
not
months.
able to. There are still words I'm still struggling to sign, but I can communicate basic, greetings and how are you, kind of, sign language. So I tried. Like you said, it has to do with passion. Okay, so I have one
Yeah, for
question.
yourself. You
Should I
try.
sign? Should I sign another one? Okay, so I did. How are you?
Okay.
And I love you. Thank you to all those who have joined us. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section and we will look at it. Okay, so Mr. Bamidele, let me ask, do you sometimes feel discouraged? Okay, so maybe you feel like you're doing too much or you're not being encouraged because teacher stories is about inspiring others. Some of us feel like, what are we doing here as teachers? The pay is small. Miss Mary, are you with me on this? We feel like the pay is small, we do so much, and yet we are not being encouraged. Nobody even
At
bothers to
all.
give us a pat on the back and say, okay, well done, go on a vacation or something, increase the salary. So do you sometimes feel discouraged? What keeps you going when you have that kind of feeling?
Well, I will say that question is a very, very serious question.
Mm,
Many time, because of if you are working for private school owner, and all the problem is only you that is facing it from parents.
mm,
Their own is, have they paid school fees? Have they paid school fees? They don't want to know how you are thinking, your psychology, what you are facing with these children. They don't want to know. Some private school. If you not, maybe you are in that school now, you will
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you feel, why am I here sef? Why am I working here? And what has been helping me is parents. Some parents are very, very good.
mm.
After they see your good work, sometimes, Bamidele, come, let me see you. This. We have some kind of discussion that even if you are depressed, that discussion will help you and keep you going. But I think generally, I want to use this opportunity to tell some private school, please understand that special education or teaching person with disability should be well paid. A teacher that is teaching person with disability should be well paid
Well
because
paid.
of
Yeah.
what we are passing through. It's not easy. It's not easy. We may not tell you all, but it's not easy. Not easy.
It isn't easy, even for us that teach children who can
Again,
hear us, and it's not easy for any of us at all. So they should pay all of us well. Miss
well,
Mary, do you have any question for Mr. Bamidele?
Our own is different, our own work is different. Person with disability and regular, if I may be, if not because of passion, love for what
Yes,
I do, I think teaching regular students is more better than teaching person with disability.
it's easier. Yes, I
If you join
agree.
me, you will understand. You
mm,
will understand.
I agree.
mm.
Sometimes when I'm even signing for my own people in church, my hands pain me at times. I'm like, how does Mr. Badmidele do this thing? You are trying. We are trying. It's really not easy for you people who teach people with hearing and
Yes,
speaking disabilities. It's not. I give it that. So if they can pay more, it should be encouraging. Honestly, Miss Mary, do you have any other questions for Mr. Bamidele?
yes,
And for
ma'am.
those who are joining us, if you have questions, please write it in the comment section. Thank you.
All right.
Go
Thank you
ahead,
very
Miss
much, Mr.
Bamidele.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Bamidele. It's been amazing so far. Okay, so as a consultant, what simple but effective strategies can teacher use to support inclusive learning in their normal classroom, in their regular classroom, as a consultant?
The first
I hope you heard the question well.
the first thing I would tell is repeat your question. Repeat your question, please.
All right, sir. I said, as a consultant, what simple but effective strategies can teacher use to support inclusive learning in their regular classroom? Because now they are saying, yes, let the classroom be inclusive, inclusive, and inclusive. So, what is that simple but is effective for we regular teachers can we use to support inclusive learning in the regular classroom?
Okay. Before I will answer that support area, first you must first identify the need of that particular child that you are discussing about in your classroom. If you identify this particular children or this particular person or child have this disability, you understand?
Yes,
Is
sir.
that time you now know how to plan. There's something we call IEP, individualized educational plan.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's that time you now have for this particular child because this person need will be different from this person need. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
the need is different. I cannot tell you
Yeah.
just one method.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
understand? But before
Yes, sir.
you identify, when you identify this particular need, okay, this person have learning disability, what can I do? We cannot come in that do this, do that. This person have this need, then I cannot tell you do this, do that. But if I say generally, I think
Mm.
general advice may not really work because there are some students that have different needs, and general advice sometimes may not work. Do you understand?
Okay.
If you have a specific question, maybe for learning disability, I can answer that one. If there's a specific question for other disability, I can answer it. But general answer for one for all, I don't think it can work. Do you
Okay.
understand me?
Thank Yes, sir, I'm with you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So which means the first step is to identify the need of
Identify.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I also think that the schools can separate the learners, right? Um, Based so that the work is kind of easy on everybody. The work is not tedious for one person alone. So if you separate it, the teacher knows that these children he or she is handling have this need. So they can now implement that particular plan, like you have mentioned, different plans for different children who have different needs. Or what do you think? Because if you lump all of them all in the same class, it's going to be too much work for one person. Even for schools who have assistant teachers, it's still going to be too much academic work for one person. Or don't you think so? So they should be
Well,
separated, if you ask me. That's why they have special schools for people who have special needs.
yeah.
Mm.
Um, we are trying to promote inclusive. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
I
sir.
can.
Can you hear me? We
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
are
I
trying
can.
to promote inclusive, but I will say separation may not be the best. Do you understand? If you separate them, you will think, why? Why are they separating me? Why? Some will think because of like yes, everything is psychology. I think if they are together, there is a way you arrange your class. They are together. Only maybe student with autism you can separate because of maybe the one that have hyperactive, the one that is hyperactive, you can separate those ones because of their own peculiar disability. But students with learning disability, you can keep them in regular class with special need person who knows how to teach them. Do you understand me? And maybe students with hearing impaired, deaf, they can separate those one also because of the peculiar need, the uses of sign language. You know, when you are signing and regular student also, some may be thinking, you know, they may just put all their attention and focus on you. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, are you getting?
Yes,
So some
yeah.
may be focusing on what you are doing because sign language involve many things, many ways of passing information. You use your
Mm.
body, facial expression. You
Your
use
lead.
you use many ways of passing the information. So maybe during that process, some student may be looking at you or they be laughing at what you are doing. Do you
Mm.
understand? And
Yes, yes.
you can separate them. You can separate student with autism. You can separate it. And I think other students, they can still manage to be together, apart from any student that is hyperactive. Student that is hyperactive, separate them also. And you give them their own peculiar need. That's what I think.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
They may be in the
Thank
same
you very
school, in
much,
the
sir.
same school,
Okay.
they may be in the same
Let's
school,
read some
but
of
you
the
may just,
comments. Miss Mary, can
okay.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, ma'am. I can hear you.
Okay, so let's read some of the comments here. When we were talking about the pay, if he's being discouraged or if he's encouraged. So this is from my friend. Hi, Reti. Thank you for joining us. Reti says the
I can hear you.
society can do better for teachers. The pay has never really. Can anyone hear me? Miss Mary, are you there?
Yes, yes, I can hear you now.
Yes,
Okay, so
I
we
can
agree
help
with
you.
Miss. We agree with Iresi. Thank you so much. She says, "Well done, guys." Okay, so we have another comment here. It says, so that means the regular teacher must go on a special needs training. I think that this person is asking a question when we talked about sharing the class
Completely.
or paying attention to, yes, inclusive education. So she's
Mm.
asking if the regular teacher should go for training for special needs. Now, when we started this show, I mentioned that we are focusing on people who cannot hear and who cannot speak. So there are different aspects of special needs. So like we said, you need to identify them. Now, if you have to, this is my response to that question. If you have to go for a training, it's fine. Like we said, it depends on your passion. If it's something you want to do, if your school doesn't encourage it and you do not have the time, there's really nothing you can do about it. But if you have the time and you are passionate about communicating your concepts, the concept you teach in class to the children who cannot hear and speak, because that is the aspect of special needs we are looking at, then you can go for a training. And then when you notice that you have children like that, you don't have to separate them. You now have to make out time to teach them because they learn differently. For instance, Mr. Bamidele, correct me if I'm wrong. When we speak English, the way we speak English, it is interpreted differently. Like you can speak, this is a boy, and you interpret it from the back. Mr. Bamidele, are you here?
I'm hearing you, I'm hearing you.
So you sign from the last word to the front, right? The signing is different from the way you speak. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, English language have the way it was structured.
Yes.
The uses of article and all that. But in
Yes.
sign language, most of the time we don't make use of article. What we do is to find a way and pass information. If
Okay.
I want to sign, um, my name is Bamidele. My name is
Mm-hmm.
Bamidele. If I want to sign, sometimes I may sign. I mean, if I want to sign, what is your name? Let me start from that. What is
Mm-hmm.
your name?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I may sign your name. What?
What? Mm-hmm.
Your name.
Mm.
What?
What?
Deaf understand clearly.
Okay.
Do you understand? But if I
Yes.
write in a book, your name, what? You that don't understand me, how will you
Ye-
feel about my English? You that don't understand fine, or you are not deaf, you have not you don't know anything about deaf. How will you see that English? Is it correct English or bad English? Eh? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
I said,
I can hear you.
hear the question I asked? Do you hear the question I asked?
Is
Please
it
come
I
about
again,
your
said
sir.
name?
that
What? Repeat it.
yes, I said that if I sign now, I said your name what? And I wrote it on paper and I show you your name what? How do you see my English? Because you don't understand what I said. How do you see? Correct English or bad English? Which one?
It's bad. It's bad English now.
It's a
It's
bad
bad
English.
English. What is your name?
But
What?
in deaf community, it's correct. Do you see?
Yes.
In deaf community is correct.
Correct.
The structure of language is different from general the English language.
Yes.
That is one
That's
thing
what
I
I'm
want.
saying to. Yes, that's my response to the lady who said so the regular teacher should go for special needs training. And I'm saying it depends if the person has the time, because if the English is written your what is your name and you have to sign your name what time do you have to sign your name what while you are also speaking the correct English? I think you'll be a bit distracted. That's why I said initially that maybe if you have the time, you can share your class in two, or you have them together. Those ones not hearing will just be sitting and looking at the end of the day, it's for me, it's going to be a lot of work. Because okay, so some let's even take this question. I think it will answer what I'm trying to explain. The person says that's from Victor Okon. Hi Victor, welcome to Teacher Stories. He says, good evening all. Please, is it possible to sign while responding to the questions, Mr. Bamidele? Because some special needs persons might be listening in. Okay, so what the person is saying, is it possible to sign while responding to the questions? He's actually, I think he's signing. Mr. Bamidele, you are signing now, right?
Yes, yes.
He's signing. Unless you aren't
Okay.
seeing his signs, but he's actually signing while responding to the questions. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm saying that the sign language is different from when you speak your correct English. So if he was to sign what I'm saying, he will be signing from the back, or more like saying signing pidgin English. I don't know if you understand that. Like I said, I've tried learning how to sign, so I understand how these things work. Okay. So that Bamdele, are you with us? Are you still with us?
Yes, yes, I'm back. Yes. It's
Okay. So
little
network glitch. Yes, we understand that. Okay, Miss Mary, any more questions for Mr. Bamidele? We're about to wrap this up.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Bamilede. So sorry. Uh,
Nigeria is
what
happening to you, Miss Mary.
sincerely, sincerely.
Nigeria is happening to you. It refuse you to have power so that we can see you clearly.
I just wish they'll bring the light now. All right. Okay. So, Mr. Bamidele, you know, we all have our own success story, and that is where we have the teacher story, whereby it's a platform where teachers will come share their stories, their challenges, and how they were able to overcome. So now I want to ask, can you share a memorable experience or success story that reminds you why this work matter? You get the
Mr.
Okay.
question?
Bamidele, did you get the question?
Um. Yes. 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 Yes.
All right.
One
Okay.
of my success story in the one of my success story in the field is I have a student some years back. That student they took the person to regular school, a deaf student in regular school for let's say he has been there for 6, 7 years.
Mm,
Yes, 7 years. He cannot
okay.
write, he cannot read, he cannot do anything.
Okay.
He just go to class, they write, they pass him and all that. One school like that. So one day, uh, maybe someone tell them about me that this person is deaf. They say yes. And another thing is parents. Some parents don't easily accept the situation. Some parents don't easily accept the situation. And if
You're
you tell
living
them
in
that this is the
denial.
need, sometimes yes, we require wisdom to even pass the information. But let me continue with my story. So after they brought the particular boy to me, I
Mm-hmm.
started teaching the boy from primary four,
Mm-hmm.
primary 4, 5, 6, JS1, JS2. God is so kind. Now the boy is in university.
Hmm.
Wow.
He's studying computer science in
Okay.
Ignatius. How did they sign the name? Sef? University here,
You have
studying
to spell.
computer
You have to
science.
spell
So
it.
anytime I see him, I will just be laughing. Anytime I see him, I will remember the story. Say, this boy. And the truth is, the parents they try. I mean, the parents try. Anytime I call them, please, I need something fast. They make it available. Please, I need this. They make it available. When he finished, he wrote his jam. I was like, because the person that you have been teaching since when he was 8 years, 8 years. Now I want to write jam. I follow him to jam center. I was looking inside me. I was praying. You know how people see. They want to see results. People want to see results. I was like, wow, God, the jam results, last year jam results come out. I was rushed. Pa pa pa. Wow, I saw the result. 178. 178. Though I still told him, oh no, it's still small. It's still small. But you can do better. But I thank God that he entered jam, right? Pass. WAEC, I see the WAEC result. I saw A, B, C, A, B. No F, no D. I was happiness just full all my body. You have to understand what it means that you see your student that you have been teaching
Hmm.
since. So I was happy. I was very very happy.
Yeah.
In department of computer department. Like yesterday, I see him in the department. I asked him, "How far? How are you doing?" He said, fine now. You come to visit me. I said, "No, now I come to see others." Say, because if Because of happiness, I will always want to see him succeed. Anytime he have problem, especially in mathematics, he message me. Please, they teach us this in school. I don't know. Help me. Sometimes I do some small video, I send it to him. So this how you solve the math. This in computer class, you have math involved. So that is one of the story. I will just say one of the story. I have other story because of time. Let me just use that one. Let me just say that one.
Yeah.
Let me just say that
Wow.
one. I have other story.
Yes,
Wow, that's so
I've
cool.
seen some of these people go from secondary school to the university. They are doing well, and they actually
Yeah.
graduate from the university. So the university actually has an arm or a faculty for people who cannot speak and cannot hear. Okay, so to wrap up this particular session today, one question, please. How are they integrated into the society after going to school? What's the plan? What's next? Is it easy for them to find jobs? Are they able to communicate, when they are working? All those could be a challenge for them. So how do they move on after school?
Well, the reason why they go to school is first to learn how to read and write. That is one reason that make everybody to first enter
Mm,
school. Then the second reason is how I can better my life. Do you understand? Now, if they go to school, many of them have skills. Many many are well educated that they can work anywhere.
okay.
For example, I have a lawyer that is a lawyer. I have a dev that is an
Mm.
advocate. I have many of them,
Wow.
many. They are doing well. You know, those people from the beginning, the parents are ready to train them.
Okay.
They train them, they go to school, they learn, and themselves also they focus.
Okay.
I have a lawyer that is deaf, like I said. We have a doctor that is hard of hearing, doctor that is hard of hearing, and
Mm,
so on. So if they finish school, many times most of them go to have their skill. They invest in their skill
yeah.
because government of Nigeria, we that is that is able, let me that complete. We have not seen job. All of us know. So many times, it's true now. Many times I encourage everybody, even you that is even watching. I encourage you, no matter you have your certificate, yes, you have master, you have PhD, you have anything, please have skills, have skills,
Yeah.
have skills. Before your certificate will work for, then let your skills start working.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
many of them, they are tailoring, fashion designer, they are, what do you call it? Is it shoemaker or cobbler or something? They make shoes,
Yeah.
they use it, and different things, some business, different
Wow.
businesses, they do different type of businesses to help their life.
Wow. That's interesting. Mary, did you hear that? Those of us who can hear, who are complete,
Yes,
according to
I
Mr.
can
Bamidele,
hear.
we don't even have work. It's difficult for us to find work, not to talk of the
We
people
don't have more.
Not the talk of the special people.
people who can hear and talk and speak and communicate. Is well, God is going to help all of us. So
Well,
I want to thank everyone. Miss Mary, do you have any last questions for Mr. Bamidele? I think we'll be wrapping it up here.
okay. My last question for Mr. Bamidele. What mindset shift do teachers need to embrace inclusion more effectively? You know, what is that mindset shift you would encourage teacher to embrace? regarding inclusion, to be more to what mindset shift do teacher need to embrace inclusion more effectively? Did you get did you get that, sir?
Sorry, please repeat your question. Repeat,
I
please.
said,
Repeat.
what mindset shifts do teacher need to embrace inclusion more effectively?
I think it's having a glitch.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's having a glitch. I think that basically if you're an educator, you shouldn't limit yourself. Okay, so if you want to include, you should also know that there are people who cannot that have these disabilities. We know that there are early bloomers, right? We know that there are people who
Yes,
learn. In fact, all our learners learn on different stages. They learn differently. They have some are faster than the others. So when you have that in
yes,
your mind, you should be ready to, accommodate everyone else. So it's something that educators should be able to do. You should be able to include everyone, whether they are slow, whether they are fast. Okay, I'll share a story, something that happened this week. So I was teaching, and my usual style, I don't like to just stand in a spot. I move in between the seats. We are so many, so I try to communicate with all my students. And then there was this one who was looking away, like he doesn't really understand what was going on. I looked at him the first time, mentioned his name. Why are you not paying attention? He looked at me, and then after a while he looked away. So after the class, I called him, and I spoke with him to try to understand if he wasn't trying understanding, the concept is biology. So of course, a lot of things can, be difficult. So when you have it in your head that everybody learn at different pace, you would be
yes,
ready to carry all of them along. So you drop whatever myth you carry on your mind, thinking that everybody should understand what you are saying. So you need to be able to connect with your learners and on a personal base, on a one-on-one base, know what each person, can take. That's where you are able to identify the ones who have these needs. So there
yes,
shouldn't be any kind of, mentality or, something hindering you from thinking that these people exist. They do exist. And when you identify them, like we have said, you can now take steps in trying to help them. The school also has a role to play. So when a teacher identifies that children like this are in their class, like I did in my case, you can speak to the school. They can get someone to come teach them, or they can talk with the parents to send the children to a school for people with those type of needs. They are different from the ones with autism. These ones cannot speak and they cannot hear, so they have a particular language which tutors like Mr. Bamidele use to teach these ones. We have already demonstrated all that. If that is your last question, Miss Mary, can we wrap this up, please? Would that be all?
yes, ma. Okay, that's my last question.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bamidele. Do you have any last words, like an advice or something? Do you have any last words?
Mm. I think he's having a network.
Mr. Bamidele. Miss Mary, can you hear
I
me?
can
A
hear
lot
you, but I
of
think Mr.
glitches
Bamidele
today,
is
but we would like
lot
to.
of
Yes, yes, yes. Would like to thank everyone who joined us from the start to now. Thank you to my CVC family. CVC is Christopher in Community. I can see a lot of them in the comment section. Thank you so much. Miss Fola Nature Hub, you just joined us. Thank you. You can actually watch the replay on my YouTube channel. Now, Teacher Stories is for everyone in education. If you are a school owner, an administrator, a teacher, an online tutor, we would like to share your stories because we believe that teachers' voices need to be heard. We were talking about salary not too long ago. We are talking about all our challenges. We do hope that that stories will get to the right channel, and maybe education in Nigeria especially will get better. Mr. Bamidele, are you here with us now?
Yeah.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, I
Yes,
can hear you. I was asking if you
hear
have
you.
last words, advice to anybody, advice to teachers, advice to people with disabilities. What would be your last words?
Yes, yes. I will go on. I will share my advice to everybody. First, I will start with a religious setting, maybe church or whatever. Please, person with disability need
Oh,
Oh,
network bouncing house.
oh, these network providers will not let Mr. Bamidele stay on the show. Okay, but we have to run. So I think that what he's trying to say is everyone, including churches, schools, should, make room for people with these needs, and find a way to educate them, reach out to them, and let them feel like Nigerians, let them feel loved, because that's what teaching is about. It's about caring. It's not just about writing on the board. Miss Mary, do you agree with me?
Yes, I agree with you.
Okay, thank you all for coming. God bless you and have a good night. See you in our next edition. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do so. Like our video, subscribe to our channel so that we can reach more people. And you can also get a notification on our next edition. Thank you all and have a good night. Bye, Miss
Thank you,
Mary.
everyone, for joining.